I really think at the end of my life, I'm going to be able to feel like that. I took what I had and tried to make a difference in the world around me. And it's one thing to have the training of 4 years of medical school and 3 or 4 years of a pediatric residency program. But if you put yourself in a position where all you're doing is triaging well, are you really using what you got to the best of your ability? Why not go challenge yourself somewhere? I would just like to think that medicine is still a profession
Not
instead
a
of,
job.
I beg your pardon?
Medicine is a profession. It's not a job.
It's a profession.
Yes.
And if we're going to join the long line of people that have put on the white coat, who have walked into the epidemics, knowing that they could lose their own life, they've walked into hopeless situations, but they did so with courage, armed with what they had, and they did their very best nobly to do the good for the population. That's still Man La Mancha. Think about Cervantes at the end when he looked at all the mirrors and they finally captured him and he was on trial. One of the quotes that stuck with me since I read it back in the 70s was, you call me insane and I might well be, but the most insane thing of all is to see the world as is instead of the way it could be.
I also think that my experience living in rural America was that it's a lifestyle. And so you cannot make someone want to be in rural America. There are people that like that lifestyle, like the community, like the open spaces, like the farming, and they just happen to be dentists or pediatricians or psychologists or nurse practitioners, but they're moving back to these communities because of the lifestyle. Just like some people move to the Bronx because they like the lifestyle. And so that's the key. You have to get people from rural America that want to go back to rural America because they like the lifestyle, but we have to fund it so that they can maintain their families. Because if we don't do that, they may want to go back to the rural community, but they're forced to stay in the city where the salaries are better.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yep.
This has been a very wonderful episode.
Yep.
I wish you the best of luck, and I do hope you come
All
out
right.
with some meetings so that we can see you in person sometime.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.